Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, 28th of April. Just a reminder, with 2 free days in our trading room, live trading room start today. If you haven't already logged in and want to log in, do sign up. There's a little form to sign at the bottom of this email YouTube video. At the bottom there you'll find a little link which will take you through to sign up. Okay, let's have a look at these markets then. So it's all eyes on the Fed today, or should I say this evening at 7 o'clock. So leading into that, what's happening? Well, the markets of yesterday really just sitting there choppy, but let's just talk about what may come of the meeting. There's an expectation at some point they've got to do something, but they're keeping this dovish stance at the moment, and there'll be no shocks if they continue being quite dovish today. Now, the only thing which, well, if they start even talking about tapering of the bond buying, etc., that would get the dollar flying, I believe. So we would see the euro sold strongly, etc. If another dovish meeting, I don't know how many people are genuinely believing that it can go on for much longer. There's an expectation now that rates may start increasing earlier than expected, and certainly the tapering will have to be done at some point this year. Canada has sort of thrown the gauntlet down. I say they've already started tapering the amount of bond buying, etc. They're reducing the numbers, and you could argue that the US is already well ahead. So we'll see what happens, but it's expected to be a dovish one. If anything at all comes out hawkish wise, I say hawkish wise, it wouldn't be hawkish, but if anything that suggests that interest rates as I say, the tapering will change, we might see the dollar gain some strength here. So let's have a look at some technicals this morning. So at the moment the euro has, it's in yesterday's range. Will it break out of this range? Possibly. I was expecting yesterday for it to come down to the weekly pivot. Never got a trade on it personally, just for most of the day yesterday it was drifting. It hit its daily pivot, its S1 down here, and then sort of bounced off that, and well, it's looking again like that daily pivot weekly pivot could be in scope, but I wouldn't be shocked if we just see another day of range-bound trading, and it's sort of sitting with the 2093 area at the top there, and well, we could see it come down and relax into this sort of 2047 area, but 2056 seems to be the support area we have at the moment. Okay, that's the euro. The pound again, with all the currency backed with dollars, we could see the same sort of price action later. You see the pound, it's consolidated yesterday, day before, even on Friday it was not really moving too much. It's chopping away. It was in this sort of trend. I was looking to see if it would roll over yesterday. Never got anything that was solid. It was just pokey little movements, and I'm just sitting out of this market. There's a good time to be sitting in cash, and this may be one of them. So really not looking great at all at the moment. It's put this bearish engulfing candle in on the 60-minute here. Maybe we'll see a better follow through, but it seems that people are buying on the dips at the moment, and that may just continue. But I still think that pound looks weak. The yen, well, it's pushed up a lot quicker than I would like for. I was waiting to buy in on this, as I've said on the video for a while. I was looking at the sort of 108.40 area, but I decided to wait until the Fed meeting was out of the way. Well, I might have missed the boat on this one. It's continued to push on further. It's well away from that level now. It's over 60 points away from where my proposed entry would have been. I just expected the yen just to shuffle along a little bit more, but it's gone for now. If I get a retrace, I'll look on buying on the retrace post Fed meeting now anyway. But it's already moved, as I said, 60 points of what, 200 points or so I'm looking for in a target, so just need to be patient on that now. Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar dancing around here once again, just ranging. Yesterday it sold off there, bearish harami, selling back into range. It's the story of the Aussie at the moment. It's messy looking at it in here, really ugly charts. Double top, obviously. I was talking about this, I think it was yesterday. Well, it's really reacted to that and sold off and continued. And lower highs, lower lows gradually through this. Quite a strong sell-off through the Asian session there. And well, it just stinks of some more softening, really. The only thing that can save that is a believable bearish, dovish Fed meeting. So looking at the Canadian dollar, no shocks there to see consolidation yesterday after that move down. We're not too far away from the prior lows. I still think a dovish meeting, if it's anything like convincing, we could see this Canadian continue selling off there, the Canadian dollar. Okay, they're the majors then. Looking across the other markets, S&Ps. Again, even with data being released and news, yep, we pitched into the new highs, of course, yesterday, but and it looks like it could just continue to ride this passage at the moment. It's just nothing. I mean, you just look at the short term here. It's gone. Oops, I've gone too short term here. Short term here in the 60-minute time frame, and well, yeah, it just sort of picks up every time it breaks a trend. It sort of edges away. Looks to me like it could run back towards that 41.92. It just doesn't seem to want to stop giving, does it? Okay, unless you're on the wrong side of it, of course. Gold, okay, I was looking at this yesterday, just signs of weakness continuing this for now, and it's just sort of being sold. Looking to the S1 on the weeklies there, that 4 hourly to 100 looks like a reasonable target to the downside. Might grab a bit of divergence on the shorter time frames, which will either hold it up or consolidate. We'll just see consolidation around it. But just looking at for a short-term trader, it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Yes, it did roll off through the Asian session there, but for large moments, it's a mess. Okay, that's pretty much it gold-wise. Looking elsewhere, let's just have a quick look at what oil's up to. But there's meetings today. Well, this keeping out of oil's not done me any harm at all. Look, it's just carried on bouncing. There were concerns about India and a reduction in demand coming from India. It seems that there's some that might believe that they'll keep the reduction in production to continue a little bit more. Maybe we'll see today what happens, but they're not going to want it to drop down too quickly. They're going to do their best to keep oil prices up to where they are. It suits all of the producers at the moment. It's a good price for them, and as I said, I think they'll do the absolute minimum to shake this one. Okay, then looking at Bitcoin finally. The world of Bitcoin, looking at the big picture here. So we've had the big sell-off then over the weekend, etc. Yesterday, managed to put on a little bit more of a bounce. But this is the point of resistance we're sitting into, with the 8s and 50s sitting here. It's a real tester for it at the moment, because a breakdown from this sort of level, well, would suggest further lows and maybe back to the 44 area, 43, 39 is the 100 sitting down below there. Prior highs around that sort of area, is just below that area. So we'll see how it comes. But as I say, it's the line in the sand where it sits at the moment. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I wish you a great day, and I will speak to you in the morning. Bye for now.